Chapter 14. Shall not God avenge his own? This chapter is based on Luke chapter 18, verses 1 through 8. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and hath long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. James chapter 5, verses 7 and 8. The long suffering of God is wonderful. Long does justice wait while mercy pleads with the sinner. But righteousness and judgment are the establishment of his throne. Psalm 97, verse 2. The Lord is slow to anger, but he is great in power and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. Nahum chapter 1, verse 3. The world has become bold in transgression of God's law. Because of his long forbearance, men have trampled upon his authority. They have strengthened one another in oppression and cruelty towards his heritage, saying, How doth God know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Psalm 73, verse 11. But there is a line beyond which they cannot pass. The time is near when they will have reached the prescribed limit. Even now, they have most exceeded the bounds of the long suffering of God, the limits of his grace, the limits of his mercy. The Lord will interpose to vindicate his own honor, to deliver his people, and to repress the swellings of unrighteousness. In Noah's day, men had disregarded the law of God until almost all remembrance of the Creator had passed away from the earth. Their iniquity reached so great a height that the Lord had brought a flood of waters upon the earth and swept away its wicked inhabitants. From age to age, the Lord has made known the manner of his working. When a crisis has come, he has revealed himself and has interposed to hinder the working out of Satan's plans. With nations, with families, and with individuals, he has permitted matters to come to a crisis that his interference might become marked. Then he has made manifest that there is a God in Israel who will maintain his law and vindicate his people. In this time of prevailing iniquity, we may know that the last great crisis is at hand, when the defiance of God's law is almost universal, when his people are oppressed and afflicted by their fellow men, the Lord will interpose. The time is near when he will say, Come, my people, enter thou into my chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. Isaiah chapter 26, verses 20 and 21. Men who claim to be Christians may now defraud and oppress the poor. They may rob the widow and the fatherless. They may indulge their satanic hatred because they cannot control the consciences of God's people. But for all this, God will bring them into judgment. They shall have judgment without mercy, that have showed no mercy. James chapter 2, verse 3. Not long hence they will stand before the judge of all the earth to render an account for the pain they have caused to the bodies and souls of his heritage. They may now indulge in false accusations. They may deride those whom God has appointed to do his work. They may consign his believing ones to prison, to the chain gang, to banishment, to death. But for every pang of anguish, every tear shed, they must answer. God will reward them double for their sins. Concerning Babylon, the symbol of the apostate church, he says to his ministers of judgment, her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. Revelation chapter 18, verses 5 and 6.